The Rewind
Sports 60. From the city of big shoulders, the jewel of the Midwest, comes a sports show that's one of a kind. From iconic players to iconic stadiums to iconic teams, this is my kind of town. Chicago! And the Rewind Sports 60 is my kind of show. From Air Jordan to Sweetness to Papa Bear Hallis, this city works hard, but plays even harder. Danny Carlino and Jerry Riles bring you the Rewind Sports 60. Live. The Rewind Sports 60 starts now.
Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the Rewind Sports 60. We're broadcasting from the world's famous Serenello's Restaurante Italiano, right here in the heart of Wheeling, on the second floor in the lounge bar area. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rewind Sports 60, and let's get to our esteemed panel. Of course, you know me, Jerry Riles, but this guy, he's the one, he's the only, he's the best comedian in the business, the best entertainer. He's just simply the best all around, ladies and gentlemen. You know him, you love him, you want more of him. He is the one, the only, Kelly Lee Williams!
What's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
This
What's
is
up,
a great day to be a sports guy right now. The Bears are looking fantastic, man. Let's talk about the Bears. Bear down, Chicago Bears.
Go, Kelly!
I don't know the rest words of the song.
Come on! The Bears knock off the Buffalo Bills. It's pretty much an easy task. Knocking it off is putting it mildly. Defeated the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo by a final score of 41-9 to improve their record to 5-3 and hold the top spot in the NFC North Division. Kelly Lee Williams, what were your thoughts on this football game Sunday afternoon?
This was an amazing football game in more ways than one. The score was 41, but the way they scored those 41 points is not what they were doing in the last three games, last game.
Right. How were they doing it?
They were doing it with scoring on the offense. Tariq Cohen was doing his thing. Jordan Howard, Trubisky was doing the run pass options and getting the ball downfield. This time, Tariq Cohen, one carry. He had one carry for 6 yards. He had actually 6 carries for 5 yards and one reception for 8 yards.
Yeah.
He wasn't very active, and they still got 41 points on the board. That's amazing.
Well, the amazing part about it, and I beg to differ, Kelly, it was a defensive effort.
Absolutely,
the game ball goes to the entire defense with those takeaways that they have from Eddie Jackson to Lamar. Leonard Floyd,
King Hicks,
the way that and Kyle Fuller, that defense was, you know what? They reminded me of the Lovie Smith defense with Brian Urlacher, Mike Brown, Peanut Tillman. That defense that beat the snot 41-9 out of the Buffalo Bills, they reminded me of the Lovie Smith defense, the takeaways, because not only, and I think they lead the league in takeaways with 20, they finished with 21 takeaways on the season. 21 takeaways on the season, and they've gotten into the end zone. The most takeaways, I think it's back in 1989 or something of that matter. But this Bear defense, they're hungry and they're swarming for the rock, man. And they're telling defenses, now granted, it was against a poor Buffalo Bills football team, but you play who's ever on your schedule, you play who's across the line of scrimmage from you, and you go. And you're flying all over the place. This Bear team, they were certainly doing that with those takeaways. And again, the Eddie Jackson scoop up and the return for the touchdown, and Kyle Fuller with his interception late in the ball game. This Bear football team, they're hungry, and the great thing about it is, Kelly Lee Williams, is the fact they're doing it without their dominant defensive player and Khalil Mack.
No, Khalil Mack had nothing to do with this game. They were the announcers, the Fox announcers were talking about, well, why is it? Well, we should have had Khalil Mack and Allen Robinson out there. If they can play at all, they should play. No. Vic Fangio was the best thing that Ryan Pace did other than the Khalil Mack signing. Bringing Vic Fangio back to have this defense the people that know this defense, they are firing on all cylinders now. They know what's going on. They read each other. They trust each other. And the secondary is doing the peanut punch all over the place. It's incredible. I mean, they're reminding me of the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. Remember the Baltimore Ravens? That defense was great, but the offense wasn't as hot with Trent Dilfer. But it didn't need it. You didn't need the offense to be hot. You just needed them to not turn over the ball. You just needed them to not, put the defense in a bad position, and that's exactly what the offense did not do this game.
Some people may raise an eyebrow when they hear you making a comparison with the Baltimore Ravens and this football 2018 Bears defense, because some people believe that Baltimore Ravens defense, led by Ray Lewis, of
and
course,
Terrell Suggs, right?
But they felt and feel and they believe that that's the best defense of all time.
Hey,
but
this is what I see.
That's why I said Lovie Smith. That's why I said Lovie Smith's defense, because I think they're more comparable to that defense, because those guys were led by Brian Urlacher. They weren't a defense that was really expected to dominate, right? And the games that they played, we saw them make incredible takeaways, and the number of pick six that Mike Brown had in that season. And I think this defense now is developing into that type of Bear defense. And the cool thing about it is, Kelly, is the fact that they have seen and welcomed the success of Mitchell Trubisky and the offense, and of course that's the human joystick and Tariq Cohen. But they say, hey, we want to do our part. We want to be one of the three phases of this football team. Offense, you guys are handling yourself. You're putting some points on the board. Incidentally, they coming into this football game against the Buffalo Bills, the Bears had scored 131 points in their last 4 games. And that was the last time that happened, I think, was 1989, where they had 147 points coming at this point of the season, coming into this game or whatever. So the defense is saying, hey, you know what? You guys are doing your part. We want you to go take some rest. We're going to get out there and we're going to knock some guys' heads off. We're going to get some sacks. We're going to get some INTs. We're going to get some strip fumbles, and we're going to contribute to this football game as well. At the end result, they win by a final score of 41-9, knocking off the Bills to improve their record to 5-3.
And let's not forget about the offensive line. The offensive line started terribly. The number 72 got called on 2 consecutive false start penalties.
Yeah.
This offensive line,
I think he actually got 3.
Yes, 2 consecutive, one after the other. This line had to get a taste of what it's like being in first place and having to defend first place on the road without your best offensive lineman and Kyle Long.
That was Leno. His name was called a lot, but unfortunately for the Bears, and something, luckily they were playing the Buffalo Bills, Kelly, and maybe you can check it out. Both teams had over 100 yards in penalties.
Yes,
and that certainly is not good. That
especially
certainly is not good.
The last drive for the Bills, when the Bears just pretty much gave them a touchdown. The last touchdown they scored when Peterman ran it in. They gave him that. There was 4 penalties on that.
We talked about that.
Yes.
We said that. I said that. They probably, and Jason Zinner, our technical director, also talked about it, that possibly the Bears would give up a garbage touchdown.
Yeah, I was like,
nope. Did.
I was like, no, they're not going to do it, and there they did. There it happened. And
yeah.
Come on, you guys let Nathan Peterman run in one. That's a bad one, Bears defense. I'm giving him a big strike on that. Okay, that's Nathan Peterman, though. No, that dude should not have done anything. Shouldn't have been anywhere near the end zone, but he somehow managed to run it in the garbage time. I don't care if it's garbage time. There's no such thing as garbage time for this team, because this team is not supposed to be where it is right now. Nobody expected this defense to be this good. Nobody expected this offense to be this good. And all of a sudden, this is a playoff team that can go farther than the first round. They have a great defense. Yes, they can.
We'll certainly get a chance to touch on that, but the NFC is getting pretty heavy, and the Bears are going to have a very, I don't know, maybe a difficult test. I don't know, but they got 3 games coming up in the next 11 days.
Right.
2 of them against the Detroit Lions. So that's going to test this team to see where they mentally are and where they're physically are. Now, we know that Khalil Mack was placed on the IR. He was inactive. Kyle Long was placed on the IR. So, hopefully, we can get these guys back. You talk about the deficiency somewhat of the offensive line. Well, this afternoon, Sunday afternoon, the Bears certainly did not need that. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this football team when they get into the division play, man, because, the Green Bay Packers, they're matching up against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And
That's
we see what
big one.
happened in the season opener against the Chicago Bears in Lambeau Field,
yes.
They came back 21 points down and beat our Chicago Bears. So with a healthy Aaron Rodgers, that's going to be a true test. And, of course, we see what happens again with the Detroit Lions and Minnesota. So the NFC North is a very, very – they're all jumbled up there, Kelly.
No, they're all jumbled up. And there's a right in the middle of them with a coach that's not afraid to take chances. He was conservative. I like the way he was conservative in the first quarter. Jordan Howard run, 3-corner run. Running on the side, where Kyle Long was supposed to be running on the left side. That's why the left tackle was feeling so much pressure, because he knew the game plan was going around him, through him. But then they got comfortable. Jordan Howard broke a couple, and Jordan Howard ended up with 47 yards and two touchdowns, 14 carries,
14 carries, exactly.
Yes, 3.4 average. But you know what? With that 2 touchdowns, that's what we need. We need Jordan Howard to carry that ball to keep the defense off balance. Because if that happens, then Mitchell Trubisky run that run pass option, and they can just march down the field with so many options. Anthony Miller, the wide receiver, started to pick it up too. Anthony Miller's good possession receiver, and Trey Burton, huge pickup. Trey Burton, one of the biggest pickups of this Bears season. If this guy has third most touchdowns for a tight end.
Yeah,
and that doesn't happen with the Bears.
Yeah,
okay?
He was targeted 8 times, 7 receptions in the football game against the Buffalo Bills, more than when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles last season. So Trey Burton is a great acquisition, and he's just another weapon for Mitchell Trubisky. Now, Mitchell Trubisky showed some improvement. There was still a couple of miscues as far as his passing ability was concerned. But the cool thing about it, you're absolutely right, Kelly. Jordan Howard, he gave him the rock at the right time, which took away Mitchell Trubisky. Because I think the coaching staff, and I'd say we give them, maybe a B-, B+ at the most as far as their coaching for this football game, because they told Mitchell, I would gather, hey man, just use the weapons that you have on the football field and stop using your feet, because that's telling the defense and telling the opponents that, hey, listen, I don't trust my guys that much, or I'm not that comfortable with them, so I got to do it on my own. And we cannot have you, as our quarterback, our leader, to be the leading rusher in the football game. So I like the fact that the game was distributed evenly as far as passing, running, and the particular individuals that were targeted in this football game. It showed a very good balance for the Bears offense, in my opinion.
What else? No interceptions, no turnovers for Mitchell Trubisky.
He threw an interception.
No, wait, did he throw an interception?
Yeah, he threw a
touchdown
late in the game.
Sorry, okay, that was a garbage TD. Okay, I was on a garbage interception, just like there was a garbage TD.
It's not for him, Mitchell Trubisky. Every time, man, you don't know what you're gonna get with the kid. You know he has the potential. You know he has the ability. But when he was 4 for 5 early in the first half of the game, and then they caught fire with 28 unanswered points basically in the second quarter. But you're hoping for the kid, you're pulling for the kid, and then you go, oh, he has a wounded duck, or he misses a wide open receiver, or there goes that INT, and you're thinking he's regressing back to his college days. We don't want that. But it's growing steps, growing pains for the young guy, and let's hope that he can continue to gain his confidence and gain control of that offense as they move forward. Hold your thought there. Kelly Lee Williams is going to take a short timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rewind Sports 60. If you want to jump in, give us a call, 847-777-0140, 847-777-0140. Kelly Lee Williams, Jerry Riles. You got the Rewind Sports 60 Bears postgame right here, broadcasting from Cirinello's Restaurant Italiano, right here in the heart of Wheeling.
If it's Chicago sports you want, you're in the right place.
Hello, Chicago!
The Rewind Sports 60.
That's the best in the city of Chicago. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rewind Sports 60. Bears postgame show broadcasting from Cirinello's Restaurant Italiano, right here in the heart of Wheeling. Yours truly, Jerry Riles, along with the one, the only, the man. He is Kelly Lee Williams. Kelly, what's what's the last before we? Well, let me get into the sponsorship real quick.
We got sponsors.
Well, this portion of the Rewind Sports 60 is sponsored by Beamer Therapy. The Beamer improves microcirculation and promotes the blood flow in the smallest blood vessels, ladies and gentlemen. The Beamer provides the performance of the body's cells, which in turn favors the body's own self-healing. Call Tess Ryan right now at 773-982-4020 to get started. That's 773-982-4020 to get started. Get Beamerized today. And I got to tell you, man, this pad, this thing, I have to call it a thing right now, but you get Beamerized, it's very, very effective. It brings oxygen to the cells and get rid of the toxins inside the cells.
Really?
And it increases your energy. And I want to try to, I mentioned to Tess that I want to try to get you over
that'd be
or
great.
get the pad to you because of your back.
Right.
A friend of mine that's working with her as well, Mindy, has back problems also. And whenever she's on this mat, Kelly, boom!
Oh, man, you need to give me that thing.
And for me, my body is hypersensitive, so I mean, I already have energy, right?
Right.
When she treats me with this Beamer, the electrolysis, it goes through my body, my cells. You're supposed to do it twice a day, every day if you like, depending on what your situation may be. 8 minutes in the morning, 8 minutes at night.
Damn.
And it gives you energy. You get great sleep, and you're rolling. You're rolling. Me, honestly, and she can control the amount of energy that is supplied into your body from 1 to 10. First time she did it, she gave me like 5. I was like, okay. I said, she gave me 7 the next time. Boom! I said, I want 10. I will put it on 10 because Kelly, you're supposed to do it every day.
Right.
The way my body is designed,
Rickety.
the good Lord took care of me. I just need to do it once a week, dude. I'm gone. I'm rolling.
Okay, we need to get me one of those because I need to do that once a day.
Yeah,
okay? Somebody
dude.
need.
So the Beamer, check it out.
Get Beamerized.
Again, give Tess a call. She's at 773-982-4020. 773-982-4020
Right
for
on.
the Beamer. Get Beamerized. This thing is fantastic, and we welcome her to the Rewind Sports 60, a part of our family. But as far as this Bear games, you guys are just tuning in and joining us. The Bears knock off the Buffalo Bills. What a surprise, right? 41-9 in Buffalo.
And
Great game.
Yeah, and the cool thing was it wasn't a surprise. We knew what was going to happen. I had no doubt that the Bears were going to win this game. It was just about how
no one did.
much.
Yeah.
And how long has it been since we actually had that about our Chicago Bears? It's been
a
years.
while.
It's been
a while.
years.
It's been a while.
And it's awesome. It's
been a
awesome to
while.
feel that way.
Yeah.
Without our best defensive player,
Yeah.
without one of our better receivers, we still kick the snot out of them.
Right.
That's a great feeling to be a Chicago Bears fan today.
Well, we do have to understand, again, it's the Buffalo Bills, and of course you play who's on your
They could
schedule.
have lost, Jerry. They could have lost, but they weren't even close to losing. They weren't even close to
You
losing.
really believe they could have lost to this offense?
2 years ago.
You just talked about
Mike
no,
Glennon
I'm
at
talking about
quarterback.
now.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
talking about now.
Now? No. Absolutely no
Nathaniel
doubt.
Peterman. Dude.
Nathan. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Nathan for you, not for me. I don't think so.
The Bears defense, they were chomping at the bit, man. They were salivating. I'm telling you.
How is that guy a quarterback in the NFL?
Hey,
Why?
man, Josh Allen, they don't.
The last 2 times he's been 4 interceptions. 4 interceptions. This dude should not be anywhere near field. I mean,
Well, it's growth and development, man.
Growth and
Out
development.
of Tennessee,
Growth and development.
Some people said that about Mitchell Trubisky last year.
Tell it to LaShawn McCoy. Tell it to the man whose career is on the downslide that may never make a Super Bowl. And we got to deal with Nathan Peterman.
The defense was swarming all over him, Kelly.
True, but
the defense was swarming all over him.
But it's still Nathan Peterman. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
I think you got to put it in his hands. The first half, Peterman was 12 of 19 for 75 yards.
75 yards.
31.6 quarterback rating. Yeah.
Yeah, put it in Nathan's hands. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, LaShawn McCoy, and this is why they couldn't put it in his hands. 7 carries, 8 yards, 1.1 yard average, the longest run. First half, 4 measly yards. The defense you got Vic Fangio, you got to give them credit. They game plan for this football team, and they say, hey, listen, this is a 2-6 football team. We're coming in to play.
Right.
We're going to show them who we are. And this defense stepped up. They game planned perfectly against them. They shut down McCoy. They knew that he was going to be the target.
Vic
and
Fangio said
they
yes.
put the ball in the hands of Peterman, and they say, hey, now the rest is history. Now, some of the 2 interceptions that he threw, Terrell Pryor,
he should have caught the ball.
Exactly.
He should have caught the ball on that one.
So to Peterman's credit, I mean, he got the ball to the receiver. And we've learned this in Pop Warner, especially when you go to high school. If the ball hits your hands, it should be a reception.
Absolutely.
If the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to catch it. Terrell Pryor on that interception, he should have caught the football.
Absolutely. But, hey, you sign a guy off the street, and this is what you get. I mean, the Bills had they had Kelvin Benjamin, and that's it. Benjamin was not getting anything all day. And they were getting people off this practice squad to play on the Bills today. It wasn't a contest. But I'm just saying, the fact that Nathan Peterman's in the league at all, Colin Kaepernick, if he was signed tomorrow on this team, he'd automatically be the best player on the team, and maybe they'd have a chance to do something. Right now, Bills have a chance to do nothing. There's no how do you develop anything with a quarterback as bad as Nathan Peterman?
You know, some people say they don't like to hear the word rebuild, and I mean, this is clearly
this isn't rebuilding. This is just bad.
Yeah, they're bad, but it's a rebuilding process because you're going to get some players in there. I mean, I know what John Gruden has done with the Raiders, getting rid of all his players, but he's stocking his team.
Are they
for the future? Who's that?
The Bills? Are they really? You think so?
It might be another.
How long is it?
It might be another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It might be another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, they still got the Patriots.
Hey, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not.
Daryl Johnston was trying to. We talked about it before the show. Daryl Johnston, 3-time Super Bowl winner,
Mr. Buffalo.
Yeah, on the broadcast with Chris Myers doing the NFL Fox 32 was trying to soften things up for the Buffalo Bills because it was starting to get tough.
It was blatantly obvious. I mean,
28 points in the second quarter,
and 2 of them were by the defense.
Boom.
Yes, but
boom.
Okay, you talked about the first one not being his fault. The second interception when Peterman threw it to the 1 yard. It was only going to be a 1 yard reception. Bounced off the guy's foot and into the waiting hands of the Bears defensive line. That's Peterman's fault. You don't throw a ball 1 yard? What are you throwing a ball 1 yard for?
No.
Because the reason that was an interception because Kyle Fuller was allowed to hit that guy within the 1 yard, and he had no chance to catch it.
Yeah, Leonard Floyd, the 19-yard touchdown return,
yes.
21-0 at 3:32 in the second quarter. Kyle Fuller on that coverage there, but that INT at the 3:32 mark. Kyle Fuller made a great play, but he knew the rules, and you got to give credit to the officials because that 1 yard cushion enabled Kyle Fuller to make the connection against the tight end there, I believe it was. The ball popped up, and of course Leonard Floyd there for the INT, gobbles it up, and he strolls 19 yards into the end zone. So that was another great defensive play by Kyle Fuller, who's playing lights out this season so far. But smart move, good move.
Yep.
Capitalize on the opportunity, and the Bears go up in that one, 21-0.
I had no idea about that about the 1 yard cushion.
A lot of people didn't know it, but kudos again to the officials for being able to call that and make that call,
and not put the flag down and have to pick it up. They knew the rules
exactly and they should know the rules.
But we know a lot. Right? We know.
We've seen it. We've seen
a lot this year. A lot the last few years. So much complaining about the refs and the umpires.
Yeah. But I mean the Bears this is just a great opportunity for them, and they got to try to feast as much as they can. And what I like about this football team, Kelly, we have some miscues with Mitchell Trubisky on the offensive side of the ball. The defense, they don't always play up the par, hence the Miami game coming off the bye week, the coaching staff as well. But I think together, all phases of the game, they came together, and they took advantage of the just a weak Buffalo Bill football team because they know the schedule coming up in the next, and this is going to be really crucial.
Detroit,
3 games in 11 days.
Detroit, Minnesota, Detroit. 3 division games.
Yes.
In the next 11 days. But have you seen Detroit lately? Have you seen how they've been playing? I don't really see them as a threat much either because Matt Patricia, another rookie coach, but they're not doing that well.
They lost to Minnesota.
Yeah, they lost. Well, I think it's going to be Chicago and Minnesota. I think it's going to be between Chicago and Minnesota for winning the division.
Really?
Yes, because if Green Bay does not beat New England tonight, they're 2 games behind the Bears. And I don't think they're going to come back if they do that. Because Matt Nagy is not a coach that's going to is not going to get it taken from behind. He sees how to lead, stay in the lead by Andy Reid, by the Kansas City Chiefs, by watching what they were doing during the regular season. Now, the playoffs will be a different story altogether because the Kansas City Chiefs were never great in the playoffs. But during the regular season, they were always one of the best regular season teams.
Right.
And they knew how to win games. They knew how to finish games. And I think that's what the Bears are learning right now, how to finish games,
Right.
especially on the defense.
Because
Especially
they weren't completely playing 60 minutes of football.
No.
But the good thing about this Bear football team is that they're 5-0 now when leading by 18 points or more this season. So
and the 3 losses they have, 11 points total.
Exactly.
Total.
Exactly.
Okay, and they led in every game this year.
Yeah.
So this is a 5-3 team that has a chance to do big damage in the NFC.
Yeah, and again, who would have thought it that this Bears football team at this point, Week 9 of the NFL season,
Not I.
would be sitting at the top of the division with a 5-3 slate. And Kelly
Nope.
Lee Williams in the opening segment said, "Hey, you know what? When was the last time we've seen a winning record, a winning Bears team? It's been years. You go back to Lovie Smith years when he finished with 10-6, and of course we know that things went downhill.
And
from there.
even that year with Rex as our quarterback, we didn't really have that confidence that the Bears are definitely positively going to win.
And
all the
again,
games.
and that's why I told you this Bear defense reminds me of that Bears defense with under Lovie Smith in his final year, because you're right. It was the takeaways of that defense in 06 compared to the takeaways of this defense today. And that's why this team, they seem poised for the playoffs.
Poised
and
and
it's
confident.
surprising because even when the Bears acquired Khalil Mack from John Gruden, thanks a lot. We appreciate you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you so very much.
How you doing over there in
But
Oakland?
Even when they acquired Khalil Mack, some people felt, okay, I had the Bears at, maybe 7-9 or 8-8. They go, now we give them a 9-7. I don't think anyone really gave them a 10-6. They have a chance to possibly get to there, Kelly. I mean,
I'm thinking 10-6 right now.
it's still going to be kind of close.
Look at the schedule.
Yeah, look at the schedule,
We got
Kelly
Detroit,
Lee.
Minnesota, Detroit. Next 3 names in 11 days. And Detroit, not good. Minnesota, it's going to be a battle. New York Giants, okay. The Los Angeles Rams is going to be huge.
Well, the Minnesota game is here at Soldier Field, so
Yes.
that's going to be home field advantage. And, of course, the rabid fans of our Chicago Bears, our beloved Chicago
Monsters
Bears,
of the Midway.
will be over at Soldier Field cheering this game on.
Yes. And we got the New York Giants. That's a win. That is a win. I'm just
Are you sure?
Positive.
Come on, Eli Manning's not going to come in and shred us apart? Okay, all right.
And the Los Angeles Rams is right after them.
Well,
that is going to be huge.
Dude.
Huge.
Dude.
And then we got Green Bay, San Francisco, Minnesota. This is a 10-6 schedule. This could be an 11-5 schedule.
So who do you see them losing, folks?
The possibility of losing for Minnesota, Los Angeles, Green Bay, Minnesota again, 4, and they got 4, and they got 3 losses right now. That brings them to 7. I don't think they're going to get 7 losses. I'm thinking they're going to get maybe 2 or 3 more losses. I think they're going to finish 10-6.
Well, they could split with Minnesota.
Yes.
They will beat San Francisco.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to beat the Rams.
You know what?
But I don't know.
You know what? If they do, and they have a chance, Trubisky is going to be a very,
It's
very
not going to
big
be
asset.
his call. It's going to be the defense.
It's going to be Trubisky. Trubisky has to score because if they don't,
When you say he has to score physically, he's got to cross the end zone. He's got to touch the pavement, or he's just got to manage the football game and get the team down the field.
No, not manage. Burton, Cohen, get it to your players.
That's
get
what
it
I
to your
mean by
playmakers. No.
He's got to make the right decision.
Managing is 3-yard dinks and dunks. He's got to get it down the field like he hit that 15-yard pass to Trey Burton to get that 3rd down. They have been awesome on 3rd down.
That's
That is one of the biggest
offense.
things.
You're saying that
he has to excel at the offense. He has to excel. Against the Rams, he's going to have to excel.
Yeah.
Managing the offense, he managed the offense today.
Yeah.
He managed it today.
How do you do that?
You have to get Howard involved. The
You're a
Rams
smart
defense,
guy. Kelly Lee Williams, ladies and
the
gentlemen.
Rams rushing defense is not that great.
Right.
And if you get Howard on track, if you get him, boom, 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 hitting those corners, 5 here, 10 here, 6 here. That's when the run pass option for Trubisky gets in effect. That's when Burton gets the points down. That's when Burton gets the hits and Miller gets the hits down the field. The Rams aren't that great on defense. It could be a shootout, but it can be an actual shootout. I really think it can.
Well, you know what the good thing about it is, and the scary thing about it is, and I like the Bears, the fact, again, Khalil Mack did not suit up for this game, and they're doing the right thing. They're nursing him. He didn't play in the Jets game last week. He didn't play in the Buffalo Bills game this weekend.
He was sipping lattes.
They're
he wasn't
nursing
needed.
him and getting him that ankle. You know, to sit him out this much, it must have been a severe ankle sprain for him. But that's good. He gets a chance to rest and get ready. His team, his defense, his teammates get a chance to show that, hey, we got your back. We can pick you up, and we can get out there and get the job done. So it's going to be interesting to see once he gets back and he's healthy, what happens in that Los Angeles Rams football game.
Yes.
Because if he's on the field and this Bear defense is peaking and playing the way that they've showed on Sunday against the Buffalo
If
Bills,
he can get to Goff,
it's going to be very, very interesting.
Yep.
He will get the golf because they're going to be doubling and triple teaming this guy. If he is 95% healthy with that wheel, if he's up there, boom, it's going to be a long afternoon for those offensive linemen, which means it's going to open up something for a defensive Leonard Floyd or somebody, Akeem Hicks, to get up after the quarterback, and boom. But, hey, we're moving forward. We're moving fast because we're pumped up. Our Chicago Bears, your beloved Chicago Bears, get another victory. They improved to 5-3, knocking off the Buffalo Bills by
First place
of 41-9. First place in the NFC North. He's Kelly Lee Williams. I'm Jerry Riles, broadcasting from the world's famous Serenello's restaurant, the Italiano, right here in the heart of Wheeling. Folks, keep it locked in. You got the rewind.
If it's Chicago sports you want, you're in the right place.
Hello, Chicago!
The Rewind Sports 60.
That's the best in the city of Chicago.
Jerry Riles, Kelly Lee Williams, broadcasting from the second floor lounge bar area from the world's famous Serenello's restaurant, the Italiano, right here in the heart of Wheeling. This is how bad it was. The Bears post-game show broadcasting from Serenello's. There you go. This is how bad it was in the 41-9 beating. Woo! Jason Zinner, our technical director, said they were annihilated. They were annihilated.
And we had to figure out how to spell it, so we went to Google.
Yeah. 28 points in the second quarter alone by the Chicago Bears. But this is how bad it was. The first four possessions, and then we'll give a little bit more, but the first four possessions for the Buffalo Bills, they started on their own 18. 6 plays, 20 yards, punt. Next possession, own 11-yard line. 3 plays, -2 yards, punt. The third possession, start on their own 25, 6 plays, 30 yards, punt. The fourth possession, they started on the Bears' 49-yard line, folks. 4 plays, 15 yards. Fumble recovery by the Chicago Bears. Next possession, INT by Eddie Jackson. And, of course, the next possession, INT by Leonard Floyd. The Bears just demolished these guys in the first half. Unbelievable performance by the entire Chicago Bears defensive unit. I think all those guys, they get the game ball, Kelly.
Absolutely, but to be fair, let's face it, the Buffalo Bills are playing like Buffalo Chips. They are a JV team at this point. They have no off. They have no off. They had no offense to speak of.
Right.
None. With LaShawn McCoy in the background.
They tried to get him started.
They couldn't because that's all they have. That's all. And they hit key on LaShawn. Don't do anything else, key on LaShawn. Let's dare this man to throw over the top and see. He didn't throw over top once. Not once. I don't think there was a pass to pass 20 yards.
Kelly, he tried to do his best he could. He possibly could. But the Bears, again, that defense was great defense great game planning by Vic Fangio to get these boys up and inspired and ready. And again, I tell you, I surely believe that they were salivating, waiting for Sunday. They couldn't wait to get to Buffalo, Orchard Park, just south of Buffalo in New York. These guys couldn't wait to get off the bus, get off the plane, and get over there to the New Era Stadium to suit up and get out there on the football field.
If I was Nathan in the third quarter, I'd be like, oh, hamstring.
No,
put in Matt Barkley. Matt Barkley. Let Matt Barkley deal with the rest of this. Matt Barkley. Yeah, that's your savior.
Woo! No, I mean
Buffalo chips.
It's a great win. It's a great win.
Awesome win.
And again, it's the true test comes up now when you got 5 games against your NFC opponents, and of course the 3 games in 11 days. It's going to be very, very interesting. And of course they got the Thanksgiving game against the Detroit Lions, so that's going to be interesting. And that's a tradition for the Detroit Lions. They usually appear on Thanksgiving, and of course they usually have John Madden back in the day would have the 6-legged turkey.
The turducken and all the legs and them.
How did they ever get 6 legs on a turkey?
They sold them on.
They
sold on those extra legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because them big boys, them linemen for the Detroit Lions will pick that turkey leg up and
not this Thanksgiving. It'll be the Bears.
Bears.
The Bears. Bears win 72-10. Richard Trubisky throws for 555 yards and 7 touchdowns.
You love that guy, don't you?
I love Mitchell Trubisky. You know what? I actually do, because he reminds me of Alex Smith at his heyday with the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I wanted to see. He is Alex Smith. Tariq Cohen is the scat back, not Lamar Hunt, but the other one. The Tariq Hill.
Yeah, Tariq Hill.
Tariq Hill and Jordan Howard is Lamar Hunt.
Yeah.
Jordan Howard is the top 3 rusher in the last 3 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
It goes Zeke Elliott, Todd Gurley, Jordan Howard. That's why Jordan Howard needs to be running in every single first quarter. You need to put the ball in his hands every time, because he's going to set the tempo. You're not going to stop him the entire game.
Right.
He's a beast. You got to make sure he's working, and he's doing it. The Trubisky's game is much easier. The pressure is off. Trubisky's not worried about making mistakes or trying to push anything or do anything out of the ordinary. Saved the 1 interception in the last game. So much. And the Bears win. And they win.
And that's a credit to Matt Nagy. Telling Mitchell Trubisky to stay within yourself. Stay within yourself and stay within the game. Don't try to force anything.
Right.
Hence, again, the rushing yards.
Yes. And he said that because he ran once for 6 yards.
Right.
And you saw him.
Trust the system.
Yes, he started to trust the system.
Trust the system.
And getting the balls to his players. And now they're getting big time
Now,
results.
you mentioned Tyreek Hill. With the Kansas City Chiefs.
Tyreek Hill, yes.
Tyreek Hill with the Kansas City Chiefs, and Tariq Cohen with the Chicago Bears. And Tariq Cohen, there was one play, I think he rushed, he got a 23-yard gain, I believe it was. But
like
he ran
56.
like 100 yards.
He ran like 100 yards.
It was unbelievable.
It was like Barry Sanders. It looked like Barry Sanders.
He's scaring me, man, because but the announcers, Chris Myers and Daryl Johnston, who were calling the game on NFL Fox 32, they were like, who's better between the two when you look at their style of play? Because Tariq Cohen, the human joystick, I like to call him, he's scaring me, and I'm yelling at the television monitor going, what are you doing? Because every time he catches the ball, whether it's in the backfield or the punt return, he comes up, the defense swarms on him, they may get a paw on him here and there, and then he does a spin move and reverse and change direction and go all the way around the field. And one thing, I'm like, dude, are you tired yet or what? But then he picks up his blockers,
yes,
there was
caravan, a wall, yes,
and they just start blocking down the field, and this little guy is just scampering down the way, and he's been doing it pretty much all season long. But it scares me to see him do this, because I don't want him to lose all those yardage that he appears that he's going to lose, but he turns it into something special.
Matt Nagy is letting him do that. Matt Nagy has told him to do that. He has to be it, because he knows what can happen if Tariq Cohen breaks it. It happened. I mean, that's what happened. He could break it all. He could take it all the way, just like Jordan Howard.
We saw with the 72-yard screen pass that they got last week, and he broke it all the way down the field.
They weren't close. It wasn't touched.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to keep doing. Jordan Howard, first quarter, boom. Jordan. Boom, Cohen, boom, boom. Trey Burton with the short passes. Miller over the middle. And in the late games, tired defense. Bam, Jordan Howard, boom, 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 and Tariq Cohen with the scat passes and getting the scores that they need.
And that's a great point that you made, Kelly Lee Williams, is the fact that the defense, the Buffalo Bills defense, started to wear down.
Yes.
I don't know if you caught some of the close-up shots between
they were on
plays.
Their
those
knees.
guys were sucked. The Bears had to play. I think defensively, or defensively, yeah, they were called for a penalty. They showed a close-up of some of the players on the Buffalo Bills offense. They were sucking up wind, man.
Yeah.
They were.
And they were also thinking, I can't believe that Nathan Peterman is my quarterback.
And this is
I need to be on another team.
This is in the third quarter.
Trade me.
But we'll take a look back at how the Bears got started in this football game. The first play, the Buffalo Bills forced 15 fumbles this season. They recovered 7. That's kind of their downfall because they can't get on those fumbles. It's about 50% clip. Trubisky fumbled on the opening drive, so that was kind of like,
Yeah.
They were able to recover the football there. We move on. Jordan
Trubisky
Howard
was very careless on that ball. Trubisky has to be careful. I mean, he was a little too cocky on that one. I see it. You can see when he gets it.
Again.
When he feels himself.
Right, and he's got to stay within
He's
the
got to
system.
stay within the system.
Bears go up 7-0. Jordan Howard, 1-yard TD run, 13:04 in the second quarter, 6 plays, 37 yards, 2 minutes and 52 seconds off the clock. The next score for the Chicago Bears on that takeaway, the 18th of the season, 72 points, most in the NFL, a 66-yard forced fumble. Eddie Jackson recovers. TD run. Roquan Smith with the assist. Bears up 14-0.
One of the few passes that Kelvin Benjamin did get. And what did he do?
Boom!
Turned it right over. Thanks, Kelvin.
At the 7:08 mark in the second quarter, played third defensive touchdowns for the Bears. Adrian Amos say, I want to get into this INT. Nathan Peterman to Terrell Pryor. We talked about that at the 39. Kyle Fuller on the coverage. Unfortunately for that one, the Bears did not
score.
They did not score on that one, but they come back, Kelly, in the second quarter and start things rolling. Again, in the second quarter, 3:32 interception, 19-yard touchdown return. Leonard Floyd. Bears go up 21-0. Bears, Kyle Fuller with the coverage there to tip. 36-yard punt return to Bills' 21-yard line. Then, of course, 44 seconds, Jordan Howard, 18-yard touchdown run. All points in the second quarter. The Bears go into the locker room with a 28-0 lead over the dismal 2-7 now Buffalo Bills.
And all of this happening without their leader on defense, Khalil Mack. Just saying,
Mack attack.
I'm going to sip this tea while my boys take care of business.
Mack attack. Man, oh man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be pretty exciting again. And I got to give kudos and credit to the Bears trainers.
Yes.
Their staff, because they have done a very, very good job. Remember we were talking about Kyle
Fuller.
Not Kyle Fuller. I'm talking about Kyle Long. Placed on IR, injured reserve. But remember last week when we saw the play, and we'd heard him screaming in pain and agony. And, of course, we didn't know, and the Bears, it seemed like the NFL is taking a page from the National Hockey League by giving upper or lower
body injuries.
We didn't know the injury of Kyle Long's right leg. We knew it was injured.
Right.
We didn't know what the severity of the injury was or where the injury actually was, whether it was a knee, whether it was an ankle, whether it was a calf or anything. We didn't know. We just knew there was an injury there. But we heard him screaming in agony and pain, and he couldn't put any pressure on that right leg. And so that's an indicator that, this is a serious matter.
But they're also talking about 8 weeks. They're talking about within 8 weeks bringing him back. Hey, if he gets back in 8 weeks,
that's a broken leg then.
That's game 16 though.
That's a broken leg.
It's fractured. Yeah,
they talked about a tendon or whatever, but that's If they're talking about 8 weeks, that's a broken leg, and that's an unfortunate situation. But the training staff as a whole, those guys I commend them. They've been doing a heck of a job because this Bear football team, they have been healthy, and I think that the turn of where the NFL is going now. Again, because a lot of these guys didn't play during the preseason.
Right.
They rested these guys, and the Bears came healthy with the 53-man roster to start the season against the Green Bay Packers. And right now, it seems to be paying off because I think only 5 guys didn't practice during this past week. So I think the training staff is doing a very good job keeping these guys healthy.
Yep.
And it's proven to show that it's worthwhile because they have a 5-3 slate. And, of course, they're leading in the NFC Central. Folks, when we come back, we got more conversation coming up. The Bears knock off The Buffalo Bills by a final score of 41-9. Next up for the Chicago Bears are the Detroit Lions, and 3 games in the next 11 days. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Keep it locked in. Kelly Lee Williams, Jerry Riles, broadcasting from the world's famous Ciaranello's Restaurant de Italiano, right here in the heart of Wheeling. You've got the Rewind.
If it's Chicago sports you want, you're in the right place.
Hello, Chicago.
The Rewind Sports 60.
That's the best in the city of Chicago.
Welcome back, Jerry Riles, Kelly Lee Williams. On this fabulous weekend, the Bears knock off the Buffalo Bills 41-9.
Buffalo
Lee
chips.
Williams.
It's a good
Buffalo
weekend.
chips. Hey, my Buffalo chips are pretty good, man.
Right
Have
on.
you ever had Buffalo?
No. The Buffalo chips I'm talking about, these are the ones that are not edible. They're like moose nuggets. Yeah, we don't put those things in our mouths.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I when I was in Montana, they had the Buffalo oysters.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Actually, Kelly, that wasn't really that bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that.
But I had to wash it down.
Well, that's why we wasn't that bad, because you washed it down. If you don't wash it down, then that's fine. All right. Hey, guys, guess what? I'm not just a co-host of the Rewind Sports 60. I'm also a comedian.
What do you do, Kelly?
I make comedy. I do happy, funny stuff. And, and I'm going to be doing happy, funny stuff this 11/17. I'm going to be on November 17th. I'm going to be at Lamont VFW. At Lamont, Illinois. This starts at 7 p.m. It's a special VFW show for the veterans. I'm a veteran. Hoorah, Army 5 years. Hello. And I'm going to be in Hollywood, California on November 28th, performing at Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank. I'm sorry, in Burbank, not Hollywood, Burbank. It's close. It's all the same. And on December 16th, I will be doing another comedy show at Stage 773 in Chicago, and that starts at 7. So Lamont show 7 p.m. on the 17th, so 28th, 8:30 show, and 12/16 show at 773 at 7 p.m. I'm funny sometimes.
Kelly Lee Williams, ladies and gentlemen, he is the best in the business, no question about it. Dude, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited that you get the trip to Hollywood.
Yes, man. I'm very excited, but not as much as excited as for these Bears, man. These Bears are the bizom. Okay, let's talk about the offense. Well, actually, I want to talk about the defense first because we did a lot of talk about the offense. The defense was absolutely amazing because we got Roquan Smith. 11 solo tackles, 13 total.
The guy's been doing a heck of a job. Double-digit tackles.
Yes.
The past, I don't even know when he hadn't had a double-digit tackle.
Without preseason.
Exactly.
Without preseason.
Exactly.
Rookie
and
without
you know what?
preseason.
Interesting because a lot of people coming in, they were questioning him sitting out.
Yep.
And they were wondering if he was how long it's going to take for him to grasp the defense and the playbook and everything. This kid, I mean, he's a football player. He's a baller.
Game 8. Shut up.
Dude, he's a baller.
He led the team today.
He's been leading the team in tackles.
Yes, and Danny Trevathan has been getting it on. He's got 12 tackles, 7 solo, and 2 tackles for loss. The big thing about Eddie Goldman, he had 5 tackles, solo tackles, and we got Eddie Jackson, 5 tackles, 4 solo. All the players have been chipping in. That Lynch guy with the little McCrinkleberry thing, he got a little too happy with the hips. Don't do that again, brother. He stepped in for Khalil Mack and he had tackles for loss. It was a major team defense effort because they knew if they screwed the pooch. If they blew it at all, without Camille Lack on the Camille Lack,
if they did what?
Screwed the pooch. That's an asset. That's an asset thing. When you go up in the shuttle, don't screw the pooch. Don't eject yourself before you finish your mission. Don't mess it up.
Hey, we just want to let everyone know this is a family show.
Screw the pooch. Oh yeah, right. Screw the pooch. Oh, sorry about that. That does sound bad. Okay.
Hey, for all you youngsters out there.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Don't use that with your parents.
Yeah. But give the pooch a nice.
Well, if the Bears played bad at all on the defense against this team without Khalil Mack on, they would have been ripped. They would have been ripped to shreds.
No, they should have been ripped against the Buffalo Bills.
And they would have, but they did not. They took care of business and then some. It was complete.
Were you disappointed that the Bears didn't shut him out?
Absolutely. They should have shut him out because there's no way the Buffalo Bills shouldn't even gotten close to the 20-yard line, the 30-yard line. Nathan Peterman, that guy cannot quarterback. That's like Jerry quarterbacking, okay? Jerry is Tyrod Taylor compared to this guy. You would lead him down. You could get him a touchdown, dude. I mean, you're a little faster than Nathan.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're not. But I was trying to be nice, okay? I was trying to be nice, but...
Thank you for trying to be nice.
You're welcome.
That Beamer works pretty well, but not to the point. Although I can run now.
Oh, really?
Before I was like, now I get a little sprint going. I go, yeah! You know, just like that.
I'm Jerry going. Oh, look at me. I'm running. Thanks, Beamer. Beamer got me.
You know, the last time I've been able to run like that, man.
Oh, no. Trust me. I understand.
Yeah.
But that's good, though, man.
I tell you.
Thank you for getting them Beamerized.
Yeah. But the Bears, again, congratulations to
yes.
them. Real quick, before we say goodbyes and get out of here at Sierra Nevada, I want to say thank you to the Liquor Barn, one of our sponsors here on the Rewind Sports 60, for a fabulous event this past weekend, the 6th annual Wheeling Wine and Spirits Festival held at the Westin Chicago North Shore here in Wheeling on Saturday. It was a tremendous event, great turnout, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to all of those who participated and contributed to this fabulous event. 4 hours of wine tasting, spirit tasting. I thought they were going to have some beer, Kelly Lee Williams, like they've had in recent past, but unfortunately they did not have the beer for those who like
He brought his own.
beer.
He brought his own.
No, I'm a wine, I like to drink the wine, so I had the cab, so I had a couple of those nice glasses of Cabernet. But Liquor Barn, Marcel, Tom, Sam, all of those, Cindy, all of them did a fantastic job. They had a little more than 1,000 people come through the doors of the event, and what a great performance. Yours truly, the Rewind Sports 60, was in the house emceeing the event. Roman was there taking video pictures of all the lovely and fine folks. And most of the people that I talked to had a very, very good time, a very enjoyable time. And we just want to say thank you for thinking of us and keeping us a part of the family and being a part of a great event. And proceeds from the 6th Annual Wine Taste and Spirits Festival goes out to Clearbrook. They work with disability individuals, whether they're adults or whether they're children,
Good
and
people.
they try to make their lives as easy and as comfortable as they possibly can. So Clearbrook, thanks to you guys, and of course Alice with the Orphans of the Storm, the animal shelter. Those dogs are fantastic, and if you adopt a dog from the Orphans of the Storm, the animal shelter, the Liquor Barn, they will pay for the adoption. There you go. They will pay for the adoption, and great dogs. Olaf, 1 year terrier mix. The dog was in doggy heaven. He was just all over the place, and people were loving it. So thanks to the Liquor Barn and everyone involved with a great event, and we look forward to many, many years working together with Kelly Lee Williams.
Orphans of the Storm.
There you go. Any closing thoughts, Kelly Lee Williams?
Yes. I am so happy that I am doing this with you right now.
Thank you for agreeing to be with us.
In this season right now. You know what, guys? 10 months ago, I was in Alaska. I was in Anchorage, Alaska, cold, thinking about what I was going to do with my life. I was watching the Oklahoma-Georgia game in the college football playoff. And I called Jerry because Jerry's a big fan, of course. And when I talked to Jerry, he's like, hey, check it out. Hey, I need you. I need you to come down. I got come down. I need somebody on the show. And I'm like, when do you need me? He's like, can you be down in 2 weeks? I'm like, nope, but I could be down in 6. I was here on the February 24th. I started on February 25th, and I've been here ever since, and I feel pretty.
No, dude,
so pretty.
You're a great addition and a welcome addition to the Rewind Sports 60. And I know on behalf of Jason Zinner, our technical director.
Jay-Z!
Wait, Jerry, one more thing. Let everyone know what's coming up this Saturday.
Yeah. But Kelly Lee Williams, thank you so much, Jay-Z. You are a welcome addition to the team. Jason Zinner, Danny Carlino, Gabe Salgado.
Miss you, Danny!
Marty B, the man on the street. Dan, Marvelous, Marver, all of us, and of course the people here at Serenello's really appreciate you being a part of the program, and we really you've given us a shot in the arm, man. You brought your personality, you brought your knowledge, and you brought your enthusiasm to the show.
I've been getting that knowledge from you because I've been doing this. Don't
tell too many people that.
I'm gonna tell y'all, Jerry Riles.
Just take it.
He's the best.
You've taken us to the next level, man, and I think there's no question in my mind. There's much more in store for the Rewind Sports 60, and of course Kelly Lee Williams. Before we get out of here, we want you to make a note. Make a note. Get your smartphone. Get your iPad. Get your Samsung. Get your PC, get your MacBook Pro, get your tablet, get whatever you need to do. Mark it out on your calendars. Saturday, November 10th, in Glenview, at the Harley-Davidson Motor Shop located right there off of Willow Road, across the street from the Glen. Yours truly, Jerry Riles, Kelly Lee Williams, the entire TRS60 team will be at the Harley-Davidson for the annual Firefighters Chili Cook-Off. Starting at 4 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, get your tickets. Go online. The Firefighters Chili Cook-Off, folks. Jason Zinner's got the information right there on the screen there.
I've never been to a chili cook-off.
This thing is going to be fabulous, Kelly. They got 10 firehouses where each house prepared chilies. Their special secret recipe of chili, and yours truly get a chance to be a judge. Sample all 10 chilies created by the firehouses, and then we get the vote. Best taste, best texture, best
hotness.
Exactly. And then, hey, the winner, I can't remember the firehouse, and I won't give the number of the firehouse that won. I think they won 2 consecutive years, maybe even 3 consecutive years with their chili.
Right on.
These firefighters do a heck of a job, and you got to get there early, because if you wait, boom,
gone.
That's it.
It's all gone.
They're gone, like Hulk Harrelson. And then, if you're a trivia buff, at 7 o'clock, trivia night. And the winner's a team of 10 individuals, a team of 10. You win, you walk away with 400 smackaroos.
Oh, snappity snap.
Snappity snap.
Oh, I like that.
Kelly Lee Williams.
Oh,
so
and
go online.
Thank you, firefighters.
Exactly. Thank you for all the hard work and putting your life on the line every time. Thank you so very much. It's a very, very difficult job, and only a select few of people can do that. And we commend you and appreciate the work that you put in. But again, if you want to contribute and be a part of it, ladies and gentlemen, just come on down next Saturday. The Harley-Davidson Bike Shop. The showroom is incredible. It's incredible. Located in Glenview, across the street from the Glen, right on Willow Road, ladies and gentlemen. Coming from Chicago, you're taking the Edens, get off at Willow on 94. Boom, head west, about a mile and a half down the way. Couple miles at the most. You're right there. Come on down, have a great time. It's a lot of fun, Kelly Lee.
Yes.
And hey, let me tell you, it's so fast. It's the fastest hour in the sports conversation, ladies and gentlemen.
NFL season's half over, bro.
It is.
It's half over already. It felt like we just started.
Yeah, it certainly did, and it kind of, it put a damper on it, because I live for football, high school football. Marty B, the man on the street, will be joining us next week to give us an update on high school football. They're in the playoff system. College football is rolling down as far as the playoff system is there as well. Notre Dame, we have to mention them. They beat Northwestern. And Pat Fitzgerald. What a great game. I mean, Northwestern were battling at home at the new
the Wildcats Arena, home. It was close. It was a great
24-21
game.
24-21 late in the game.
Yes.
And then Notre Dame get that late touchdown, I think, with 2:31 left in the game. So disappointing loss, but
Pat Fitzgerald's a great coach.
Yeah,
and if he ever got a big name like Ohio State or Florida or something, he would be killing.
Well, you know what? They're looking to take on Iowa. They're looking to take on Minnesota, and I'll be at the game against Illinois when they come to Evanston to play. They knock out those 3 teams. Kelly Lee Williams. They got a date with the Big Ten championship title game in Indianapolis, folks. Hey, thank you so very much. We appreciate you taking your time out to be with us. Bears victory 41-9. Kelly Lee Williams, Jerry Riles. Thanks to Roman, our camera operator, and of course Jay-Z, Jason Zenner. You've been watching another edition of the Rewind Sports 60, broadcasting from the World world's famous Arenello's Ristorante Italiano right here in the heart of Wheeling. Guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll see you bright and early next time after another Bear victory. Take care, everybody, and have a good evening. Take care. Good night.
Good night.